Unit 3 Housing. 첫 번째 질문. I would like to now talk about where you live. Can you describe your home to me? I'm staying apart from my parents now, and I'm living with my sister in an apartment for a year. There are a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room, and two types of rooms. The one is for my sister, and the other room is for me. In the living room, there are an air conditioner, an air purifier, and a sofa and a TV. In the kitchen, there are a microwave and refrigerator and a dining table. In my room, there are a desk, a bookshelf, and a nightstand, a laptop, and a bed. 두 번째 질문. What is your favorite room in your home? My favorite room is my room. The reason why uh, I like my room the most is that there is a lot of furniture I like. There are a desk, a bookshelf, a nightstand, a laptop, and a bed, and a desk. Among them, especially, I like my bed the most because I love to sleep and it is really helpful to get quality sleep. I think getting quality sleep is really important and essential for everyone because by doing that, we can get stamina and relieve our stress. 세 번째 질문. What is your normal routine at home? As soon as I get up, I always make my bed, and after that, I get out of my room and go to kitchen and have a cup of coffee to wake up. After that, I take a shower and I'm back to my room, wear some comfortable clothes. I don't have a job yet, so now after doing that, I start studying. I have two meals a day. I usually eat lunch at 1 p.m. and have dinner at 6 p.m. At 8 p.m., I go out and work out at the gym for about 2 hours. And then, as soon as I get home, I take a shower and I go to bed at 10 p.m. That's my daily routine at home. 네 번째 질문. Describe the home you live as a child. I don't clearly remember the house I live, but one thing I remember is that my the house I live was too small, so there was no enough space to place a big bed. That's why I used the single bed. After graduating from middle school, I moved to the current house, and there was enough space to place a big bed, so my parents decided to purchase the queen size bed. The bed now I use now is queen size and is really comfortable. 다섯 번째 질문. Tell me about one change that you made in your home. When I moved in the current house, there was no furniture at all. So I had to purchase them, but they are quite expensive, so I couldn't afford it. So I asked my parents to purchase them instead of me, and they accepted my ask and they purchased the bed first because I asked them to buy the bed first because I think the bed is the most important thing for me. It helps me to get quality sleep and uh, getting good sleep is my stress reliever. So that's why I buy the bed first, and then I buy some sofa and a table and a TV and something like that. Yeah, that's the biggest change I ever made in my house. 여섯 번째 질문. Talk about a special memory you had with your family members at home. I remember the time when I left my military service. It is mandatory for all of Korean men to join the military service. So I went to the army and I served as a soldier for 2 years. On the day I left, my mom prepared for a lot of food such as kimchi stew, pork, and spaghetti. I was so surprised at how delicious they are, and I was so happy to celebrate my discharge with my family. So that day was so meaningful for me. 일곱 번째 질문. Tell me about some problems or issues that have happened in your home. When I used my laptop, I felt thirsty, so I drank water from my cup and put the cup on the table again, but I mistakenly dropped it and spilled the water on my laptop, on my keyboard. Uh, as soon as I spilled it, I cleaned my keyboard and laptop my screen, but it seemed to be fine, so I just did my work with my laptop. But that was actually my mistake. I should have turned it off, but I didn't know. So all of a sudden my laptop turned off. I was so surprised, so I searched for how to do when spilling water on the laptop, and Google said that you have to go to the service center as fast as you can. So I brought my laptop to the service center and I fixed it. Uh, it cost me a lot. 아홉 번째 질문. Compare how you solve problems in your home to your parents or friends. Well, I'm familiar with the electronics devices, but my parents is not. So when something come up at home, my parents call the service center or go to the service center in person. But my way is different. I search for how to do on the internet first with my laptop or my cell phone because I think it is relatively uh, convenient to solve the problem and much easier to get the information about the problems. But I don't think my parents' way is wrong because there are a lot of false information and wrong information on the internet, and sometimes uh, that makes me embarrassed and confused. So I think uh, what my parents do can be more reliable. 11번째 질문. What are some major problems people have when they rent a home or an apartment? Um, I remember watching the news about the housing market in Korea. It was about rising housing prices, which have skyrocketed over the years because of the price hike. Rent prices have also risen a lot. Due to this trend, people have a lot of trouble finding a home. They are also having a hard time paying the rent. Some people get a loan to pay the rent. Other people move to different areas to find cheaper housing. Meanwhile, the government is doing what it can to curb housing prices. It is raising taxes on homeowners who have more than one home. It is making it more difficult to get more garages. It is building more apartments by developing new residential cities. However, these housing policies are not always that effective. your 두 번째 질문. How have they changed household responsibilities? Home appliances have made our lives a lot easier than in the past. The, the, the fridge is one of the most important appliances. It keeps food cold and prevents it from going bad. And next, another important appliance mm, is microwave. You can heat up some food by using the microwave. All you have to do is uh, to put the food into the microwave and set the timer according to the instruction. It's really easy to heat up the food. And the last thing is dishwasher. It is really helpful because it can it washes the dishes automatically by themselves, so we can save our time and energy by using the dishwasher. 마지막 질문. What do people say about this home appliance or device? I think the air purifier is the most useful home appliance because the air quality in Korea is really poor due to China. Geographically, our location is unfortunate and it's really hard to solve the air pollution. But the air purifier keeps the air very clean by touching the button. It is so convenient and useful. And actually, nowadays, wearing a mask is really common thing because of pandemic situation. But before that, uh, wearing a mask is really weird. Uh, so so uh, and whenever when the air quality is so bad, we have to wear a mask. And after and when we get home, by turning on the air purifier, we can clean our the air, and and it is really good for our health.